morning, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I get a phone call right before I have to go live. You know, that's just the way it goes. So I'm here. I'm here now. It is a fucking heat wave today, guys. It's 39 degrees here, which is insane. And everything's melting. So I can get some things done, which is awesome. And then tomorrow afternoon, it's supposed to go right back to freezing again. We're going to get more snow. We're going to get more ice. And I got a lot of stuff I got to get done today. But I'm here for now. I'm here for now. I had a plan. The plan got scrapped, unfortunately, because of things, because of reasons. And then the wife and I I'm taking her out to dinner tonight, some fancy steakhouse, which was already pre-planned. So I got to get a bunch of stuff done this afternoon so that we're ready for tomorrow's snow. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun. Free, good morning. Louie, good morning. Reckless, good morning. Smokey, good morning. Good morning, everyone. All right, so I'm hoping for a better day on the battlefield today. Yeah, I've been watching you. I've been watching you consistently the last few days, and boy, do you look like you're having fun. Oh my God. I don't have to play the game anymore. I don't have to play the game. I can just live vicariously through Louie's eyes and his frustration. Yeah. Yeah. Why do we do this to ourselves? And I was thinking about this because we did the same thing with PUBG. The game came out broken. Everybody knew the game was broken, but we still followed through. We kept with it because it was fun and we knew that eventually they were going to fix it. And they did. Several years later. Many of the glaring issues were fixed within the first 6 months. But it took them a long time to get a lot of other things, controls, movement, things like that, to get that feeling good. Mainly because it was a PC port and it was just not ported very well. And the game code originally was basically fucking Swiss cheese. So it was a mess. But last night, Peak was streaming for a little bit because he was waiting for Metal Josh or something like that. Metal never showed up. I don't know. So I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, it's got to be really close to PUBG's birthday. We missed it. PUBG on Xbox came out 8 years ago on December 12th, 5 days ago. So happy 8th birthday, PUBG Xbox. I have to say that specifically because PlayStation and PC had different release dates. But for us Xbox homies, us Xbox PUBG guys, December 12th was a great day. It was a great day. We had been watching this game and going, wow, I really wish it was coming on console. And sure enough, they gave it to us on console. They gave us what we wanted, and yeah, it was a mess. But we eventually had a very, very good time with the game. I miss that game as well, but it's great when some of you guys stream it. I can watch you guys play, and I can relive the golden days. It's great. So I don't think he's here right now. But Peak, thank you for the stream last night, man. Even though you never got to really get into a game and play anything, it was nice watching you run around and talking shit and this and that. So GG's, brah. It sucks that we missed it. We missed it on its birthday, though. I should have done a big thing about it, and I thought it was closer to I thought it was like the 19th, but I was wrong. Oh well. It's hard to believe it's already the 17th, guys. A week from tomorrow is Christmas. Are you guys all ready? Are you guys all ready for Christmas? You guys do all your shopping, all that shit? These past couple days have been rough. Yeah, they have. It's been a brutal watch for sure. We brush it off and get back into the Ming. It's 45 up in the Rhode Island, the RI. Smoky, lucky. I'll take 39 though. I'm not going to complain at all. It's been 4 degrees over here. Freezing cold. And this house originally was a farmhouse, and then they built the extra 6,000 feet. They built the second part of the house in 2004 onto this old farmhouse. So part of the house stays really, really warm. The other part of the house doesn't stay warm at all. I'll let you guess what what build stays warmer. I'll just say they don't build them like they used to. How's that? So, of course, the living quarters are in the new part of the house, and that's where it's cold as fuck at night. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The red sack ain't gonna defeat us. It defeated me, brother. I'm sorry. It defeated me. Mark for Life, good morning. Fallout TV show season 2 had a real strong start. I'm waiting to see if they confirm my predictions. I do this for all of our shows now. We used to do the same thing, where every week we couldn't wait for a new episode, no episode. We don't do that anymore. Now we watch other things and we let that shit run its course and then we binge it in 2 or 3 days. That's how we do. Because I can't do that anymore. I can't do that waiting a whole week to watch a show. I mean, we did that in the 90s. We were forced to do that. And then the 2000s was pretty cool because, you had DVR. So you could record and save all that shit. And then you could binge it then. TiVo, DVR, whatever you want to call it. Those are great things. They were great things. And now we have these streaming services. So we can watch things when we want to. Ad-free, baby. I love being able to fire up and watch ad-free. The only time we have to watch ads now is when we go to the bar, restaurant, sports bar, or a movie theater, which is fucking weird. And then if we watch live TV. Now, the only reason we have live TV here, and I have to put the antenna up in the window every time we do, is for the games, the football games that aren't available on the streaming platform. So every once in a while we have to watch Fox. But I don't watch commercials ever, and it's great. It's great. Now I have to watch ads. Yay. So I will be watching that with the wife, and I both loved. She's never played Fallout. I played a little bit of Fallout. My kids loved Fallout. So the show is great though on its own. You don't really have to know anything about Fallout in general to enjoy the show. And my wife is living proof of that. So we're excited about that as well. But she's on the same page. We're gonna wait for the show to run its course, and then we'll just binge it all at once. So no spoilers, assholes. Peek out of gaming with Josh, but it was a bit later. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't around for very long. I went back to Louis' game, and then the wife and I ended up watching some shit last night. We started a new show called Absentia. Weird. Crazy. It's kind of like Homeland. Have you guys ever seen that? Some lady's held captive by a sadistic killer for 6 years, and then she's released. And then it's her trying to go back to her life. Her husband's moved on, remarried. Her sons forgot about her. Yeah, it's kind of sad. But then there's like this twist that all of a sudden she knows more than she does. What is she? Is she, double agent? What's going on? So there's a lot of Homeland in there, which was another great show from the early 2000s. If you guys never seen it, highly recommend it. It's peak viewing. Homeland. Check it out. I think it's on Showtime. If they do confirm it, I'm going to rub it in my friend's nose. He thinks it's the Yes Men ending. Oh, I have no idea. That's all Spanish to me, man. I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm a huge Fallout nerd, and predicting canon endings for games is a huge talking point for the community. I got you. Yeah, I don't know really any of that. Again, I played a little bit of a couple of the games, and I kind of get the gist of it. But I'll tell you another show that's more intriguing to me than Fallout is Silo. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Silo, based on a book called Wool. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Rebecca Ferguson is amazing in the show. It's fantastic. I am anticipating a fucking awesome season 3. Can't wait. That's on Apple. It's gonna be great. The highlight of my stream was when I told Bubba to zip out, and there was a recon dude dick in the dirt and melted poor Bubba. I every time I turned up the volume to hear what you guys were doing, it was always Bubba screaming. Always. God damn it. Shit. Oh, he definitely adds to the fun and humor within the stream. Good thing you have his comms live on your stream. That was a great Hails, yeah, man. That's awesome. So I had a plan today to try to play a couple weird shooters that did not work out. There's a game that's releasing at noon today. I thought it was 9 a.m. Not 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. West Coast. So this game I was planning on playing comes out at noon. I don't know. That's an hour and 15 minutes. We might be able to make it that far. We might be able to. But yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna kind of play it by ear. Free clipped it. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that one out. haven't really seen a whole lot of clips, except for the ones I made for you. So anyhow, let's see. What do we got here? That game didn't work. I feel like I just put a virus on my computer. I was trying to play something and it didn't quite work out, which sucks. So, I guess what we'll do, man, I'm actually starting to get a little hot. I'm starting to get a little warm in this hoodie, man. Let's see. There we go. We already know what day it is. But what day is it? I'll tell you right now. Today is December 17th. It's National Say It Now Day. I have no idea what that means. Just say it now. Don't wait, just say it now. National Maple Syrup Day. Oh, for our Canadian friends like Pink Penguin. We're going to celebrate National Maple Syrup Day. We just bought some maple syrup the other day. We don't really do pancakes too often. The kids loved pancakes when they were little. And I always make my own little special batch of pancakes for the kids. But now they don't really, not so much. The daughter had a sleepover with a couple of her friends. So I made pancakes, a big stack of pancakes for them. They came down and they picked at one. That's not fun. Come on, kids. Now we use maple syrup mostly in just when we cook. So we don't use syrup for pancakes anymore. It's only used for cooking certain things that we do. And we just bought a new bottle because we must have been out. So there you go. It's also Wright Brothers Day. Is this because of their birthday? One of their birthdays, or is this, or is today the first day that they flew? What year was that? Does anyone remember? Was it 1907? What was the first day? What was the day that the Wright brothers were able to actually fly? 1903. Okay, thank you. So it must have been this day. It was, okay, there you go. So there you go. Today, the Wright brothers, 122 years ago, discovered flight. Or actually, they didn't discover it, but they they were able to fly a couple hundred feet, I do believe. It wasn't very far, and it was only a couple feet off the ground. But still, that was when we knew we had something. We were on to something, damn it. And there you go. So that's what we got. We got Wright Brothers Day. We got Maple Syrup Day, and Say It Now. I don't know what the hell that means. So rock and roll. Yeah, that's the day. That 'tis the day. My 2-year-old just came around the desk and said it's Batman, and no, it's not Batman, it's Beatdown. I could be Batman. Just saying. Maple ham. Let's be from Vermont and let's have an emerging maple syrup conglomerate. 12 seconds and 120 feet. There you go. Not very far, but just far enough to know that the proof of concept was working. Man, I am getting really warm in this thing. Holy crap. It's a heat wave, ladies and gentlemen. What'd I miss? Thought I was doing Fortnite today? No. You know I don't play Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite, man. I had a list of games I wanted to go through today. Some aren't working, some I can't get running. And then the other one, the one that I was really planning on playing today, because I on a whim last night when I was thinking, what the fuck am I gonna play? I got nothing. I spent an hour going through all my lists, looking at games. What should I play? What should I play? What's interesting on stream? Because I got a lot of games that I can stream, but you're not gonna watch it. They're boring games. You guys aren't gonna watch them. I gotta find fun games that are captivating to pull you guys in. Otherwise, I'm just wasting my time. So I went through my list and I found one game, and I remember, oh shit, it comes out today. Let's go. But the launch is until noon, so I don't know. It's probably going to be a game for tomorrow. That's my guess. I would definitely play Fortnite if it was FPS. Yes. I've been saying this for 8 years. It's a shame because when PUBG came out first, and then Fortnite, they released their game like 6 months later to try to, to capture that. They saw PUBG was like on fire. Okay, quick little history here. So Fortnite changed their direction, another game that was going in a completely different direction, and they changed it really quick to make a BR that ended up, amazing, absolutely amazing. But they released in like September of the same year, 2017, a couple months before PUBG came to Xbox. And I tried playing it then, and I didn't like the TPP aspect of things. And I didn't really care for it. And then PUBG came out, and it was only TPP for the first couple months. But then when they added the FPP, right, that the rest is history. But I could never get on board with the TPP. Even years later, I used to play with Fortnite with my kids on stream for you guys a couple of years ago when they actually still played the game. None of them played anymore. And we had some fun with it, but just the TPP aspect sucks. And then there was a rumor a couple of years ago that they were experimenting with an FPP mode. And then there was, these leakers. They're so accurate. They said that it was going to be out by Christmas of 2 years ago. Yeah, 23, I do believe. It was going to be out by Christmas. And here we are 2 years later, right before Christmas, and they still haven't released an FPP version of Fortnite. But I would play it. Fortnite runs really, really well. It's probably one of the best running Unreal Engine 5 games on the market, and it can be played scaled. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. It can be scaled to even the old consoles that no one plays on anymore, which is amazing. So, and when I the last time I played it on this computer, I was on like medium settings. So I can only imagine what Fortnite looks like on a 5090. That'd be incredible. 4K 5090, yeah. So the game looks great and it plays well. It's just not fun to me. It's not fun to me at all. So anyhow, and since my kids don't play, that's the only way I was going to play this game. If my kids were still playing it, I would be able to talk. Actually, none of them into playing. The daughter's still in school, so she's gone in the morning. My son gets home from work at 6 o'clock. They kind of like, they high five on the way in. My son comes in from work, and my daughter's going out to the bus at the same time. Then he goes to bed, and then my other son, if he works that day, he starts work at 5 a.m. So he's gone before any of this shit happens. So yeah, I have no one in the house to play games with, which sucks. So we're all on different schedules, and yeah, life moves on. I missed the Wedding Crashers quote. They had an FPP mode, but it was MP, not BR. Yeah, that doesn't do us any good. Doesn't do any good. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, it was one of those coveted leakers that so many people look up to. Was saying that that FPP BR mode was going to be available by Christmas, but it never happened because I kept asking my kids like, "Hey, if you see this, you let me know." The nephew, my wife's nephew that came and stayed with us a couple weeks ago. He was a big Fortnite guy. He's the one we got started with mouse and keyboard on his Series X. He does not play Fortnite anymore. So get on out of here, man. Louis, I was doing pretty good for a while there, and I wasn't getting any of them. None of these guys were showing up. I don't know what happened. But just so you guys know, there is a white list and a black list for bots. You can go through this list, and you can add all these unknown spam bots so that you can automatically ban them before they come into your channel. Little Hog helped me with this a few years ago. That's a name I don't see very often anymore. One of my first mods helped me figure this thing out, and it was great because then we didn't have to deal with a lot of that crap. So must really need viewers. You need to get someone to play Goat Simulator with it. It's hilarious. Oh, played that one too. Played that with my kids back in the day. I played a lot of games with my kids, man. We were every time we talk about like Halo 3 or like Black Ops, it just reminds me of my oldest son who's now 26. We used to play a lot of Halo together. Black Ops, I mean, we would whoop ass. And then my brother, who used to be kind of cool, now he's not. My brother used to play games with us way back in the day as well. And he would jump on, me and my son would be split screen on our TV, and he would jump in from his place, and we'd all roll some Call of Duty Black Ops together. That was awesome. Such a great time. Such a great time. He was in my streams last night. Yeah, I saw he was over at the Peakinators as well. Over at the Peak stream. I'm gonna have to take this thing off. There's no. I'm sweating. I'm sweating like crazy right now. What games did I have here? I'm literally out of things to talk about. I'm literally out of things to play. I just, I got nothing, man. He must be very busy in the AM. I agree. Because he retired from the force, and then he was doing insurance fraud claims, and then he went back to service, and then he upgraded, and I don't know, he's been all over the place, and his shift's been changing a lot. Kind of like Rick James. Rick James is you know, if you guys don't know, he's a detective on the Detroit Police Department, and he is his schedule changes a lot. So some days he's here, you know, he used to be with us every morning, and then his schedule changed, and then he couldn't be here, and so whenever he has a morning, I try to schedule some games with him. So to remind you, I got to get with him again. Try to put some games together. It's just a question of what fucking games. What games, man? For those that care, PUBG looked and felt way better than it ever has. Oh, did you end up playing with Peak last night? He was all bummed because he said you didn't show up. Metal, you just missed it. We were just talking about, we missed PUBG's 8th birthday by 5 days. It was December 12th of 2017 that it dropped on the Xbox, and the rest is history. So happy birthday, PUBG. Happy 8th birthday. Yay. And I enjoy when people like Peak stream from time to time, because I get to watch the remainder of you guys that still play PUBG. I get to watch you guys play and again live vicariously through your guys' eyes. So what was different? When was the last time you played? Last night? My internet went out for a few minutes, but came back on shortly after. Yeah, that's what he was saying. I was like, damn, that boy's got fiber. How the hell did he lose internet? That's crazy, dude. And then he was all bumming. Poor Peak. Poor Peak. But anyhow, so you must have showed up right after I left then. I went back and watched Louis for a little bit, and then the wife and I watched some TV. Last time you, right. But yeah. Before the update. I don't think Metal understood the assignment. That's great. Okay, so anyhow, anywho, yeah, I'm. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm here. Or I don't know. Star Wars rocks. Changed my mind. I don't know what to tell you. That's funny. Thank you for the humor this morning, guys. So anyhow, for those that are just now showing up, it is almost 40 degrees here today, which is insane. Everything is melting, which is great. Let me tell you, okay, let me give you a little backstory here about Michigan, okay? Every year we get a first snow, okay? The first big fucking snow, okay? And typically within 2 weeks, that big snow melts. We get a heat wave, it melts, it goes away. Usually by the second or third snowfall, it's here to stay. So this year, first snowfall didn't melt. Didn't melt at all. So I was not prepared. I was not prepared. So as it's melting right now, I got a lot of cleanup I got to do out there to try to get things. Yeah. We got rid of 2 cars this year, 3 cars. Holy fuck. We got rid of 3 cars this year. So we have a lot of extra parking out there, which I didn't shovel. And when people come over here, they've been here a million fucking times. They don't understand where the driveway is, and they're all over my lawn. I gave up. I gave up. I told the wife, you know what, it doesn't matter to me. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. I don't even care. So yeah, I got a lot of cleaning up to do out there, and then I have to mark off the driveway so the people that have been to my house a million times know where the lines are again. But either way, that's what I'll be doing this afternoon. And then as soon as the wife gets home, I think at 4:30, she's picking me up. We're going out. I'm taking her out to a nice fucking dinner at the one of the nicer steakhouses we have in the area here. Oh, it's gonna be good. I can't wait. They do this fucking shrimp on the barbie. So good. Love it, man. So I can't wait. So I got a bunch of work to do this afternoon, and then I get rewarded by taking the wife out. Can't wait. I am sweating in this hoodie. I'm gonna take this fucker off. I gotta take him off. Arcade games are always fun. Been a couple weeks since I played before last night. My setup was down for a few days. I had to fix as a noob. Took a bit. Folks saying audio is bad again in PUBG, but it was on point for me. They added a blue zone grenade launched. Well, that was fun. Yeah, someone was telling me about the blue zone grenade launcher. We asked for this years ago when they introduced the smoke launcher. We asked for for grenade shells, which would be I thought would be great to just make them a little more rare. So I mean, they kind of met us halfway after 5 years. I mean, it's a good idea, I guess. It's probably better than a grenade. It's not as it's going to a grenade is going to kill. So a blue zone nade will kill as well, but typically what those things are used for is to just get people out of cover. So I think it's a good compromise. I agree with that. I think the nades would have been a better choice, but I see where they tried to balance things out. So it's not a bad idea. Okay, I was gonna day updates on Thursdays. So you're talking about last week's big update. Okay, yes. First time since the latest update with the snow and shit. Oh, they have a snow thing too. That's cool. Everyone's got a snow thing right now. Battlefield 6 has got this winter thing. Raiders of the Ark has got some thing that started yesterday. I think Smokey or somebody was talking about that yesterday. Everyone's doing a holiday thing. You guys, does anyone here remember Vigor? What I think the very first extraction shooter to be available on console. They did a winter event. I think the game actually came out right around that time. And when they the big thing with Vigor is when the sand or the storm starts pushing everyone to the exits, at the very end, they do a drop. They have like a supply drop come in, and there's some good loot in there. Well, it was Santa Claus. You can hear him ho ho ho, and you can hear the fucking sleigh and shit, and it looked like Santa's sack would come down. That was like when the first time I saw that, I was like, this is cool, man. This is really cool. The game itself sucked, but certain aspects of Vigor was kind of cool. First extraction shooter I played was Vigor. Yeah, I think that was my first one as well. I don't know if there's any extraction shooters before. There's a lot of games that had extraction shooter elements. Like a lot of people want to say Division 1 was an extraction shooter. I don't agree with that at all. But there's I mean, if you're gonna go, there's games that go back way further than that. That I guess could be figured extraction shooters. But for the modern extraction shooters, Vigor was the first one I played as well because it was on console. I had a PC at the time, but I didn't really use it. There wasn't really anything on PC that I was playing that was, yeah. Because I built a computer. Let's see, in 2017, I bought the GTX 1066 gig, and I think that was for what was it? I think I built that computer because I was going to play Call of Duty World War II on it. But they didn't have crossplay at the time, and PC for Call of Duty still wasn't really a thing, and I ended up not doing that. But there's another game I bought it for. I can't remember now. But either way, I didn't really play a lot of PC games at the time. I was mainly on my Xbox. Halo 5. Halo 5 had my attention 2015 to 2017, somewhere in that neighborhood. I played a lot of that shit. Where the fuck did I go here? Here for camping in a house. Game felt looked good. Looking forward to testing Black Budget on Friday. Used it late game and it worked quite well. COD Zombies has a holiday event. It's shit metal. I got code if anyone wants it. Yeah, Black Budget's a boss, dude. I mean, enjoy it, have fun with it, but yeah, it's. I watched a couple of people play it, and it looks extremely boring. Cold Snap update, it's awesome, dude. Sam Adams Cold Snap is good. If you've never had that, you need to. And Smoke, you should have. You're up there. You're up there by Boston. Up there by Boston. Sam Adams Cold Snap is the bomb, dude. Uncle Bubba, good morning. Games are always shit when they come out. Doesn't stop me from experiencing the shit myself. That Pioneer? I don't even know how you pronounce it. The Pioneer, I guess, came out yesterday. I saw someone streaming it, and their title was, I guess this game released today. If anyone, we were in a play test. I think Metal Josh was involved as well a couple weeks ago. It was called Pioneer or something like that. It's kind of like a Fallout type game. It was all right. It was just kind of a generic shooter. Get ready mentally for some dubs today. There you go. Friday I shall own Arc Raiders. Raiders of the Ark. Don't forget to use Loaded. You can save yourself up to 20%. And I think Raiders of the Ark is available on there as well. By all means, we all need to get cover. We get cover and shit when there's nothing clean out to play. Dude, that's why I played Battlefield. That's why I played Red Sec for so long. I was really having a good time with it, and I really thought that they were going to fix it. I really thought they were going to fix it, but they did not. Their big update made a mess of the game, and then the hot fix that came out, what was it, last Friday? That fixed a lot of stuff, and then I think console got it on Monday. So I don't know. For all you console guys, did it fix all the problems? They were working on the firing range issues, the menu issues, and there was something else, audio. For anybody that plays Red Sec on console, did you guys notice a difference on Monday when you guys got the update? Because I tried it on Friday, and the audio was a little bit better, and the menus finally worked again. I didn't have to do the workaround to try to get into games. But it just still feels so far off. It doesn't make any sense. Like the exact same situations back to back, I can put 3 or 4 shots into somebody, they die, as they should, right? And then the other exact same situations, fully plated up, full health, this and that, same gun, same weapon, same everything, and I'm hitting somebody 6, 7, 8, 9 times, and they're not going down. They kill me with 2 shots, and then I look at their health, and they're at 50% still. So the net code, the server latency, that's the biggest fucking problem. Fix your game, man. I mean, it was so bad that they had to cancel the tournament because they knew that, you know, they can't have pro players playing the broken ass game because that it would be the end of them. They would have been they would have been burned so badly by everyone playing and streaming that they wouldn't have survived. So smart for them, but they got to fix it because they can't keep prolonging these these fucking tournaments while they try to figure it out. But if they ever fix the game, I will definitely be back because Red Sec was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Hoping they refine and optimize it a bit. I need to try that Sam Adams Cold Snap. Yeah, dude, it's good stuff. Good stuff. What I recommend is go to your local Meijer. That's where you're gonna get the best options there, Bubba. Go to Meijer and get yourself like the Sam Adams does like these variety packs yearly. Right now, you're gonna get the Cold Snap, you get the Winter Lager, and the Porch Rocker maybe, or there's a spicy beer. But that's what I recommend. Go do that. Cold Snap should be in there, but that way you can sample some other stuff as well. It is good. Mark for Life knows. He's another beer guy. He's a beer connoisseur here. I can't wait to see what this place has got on tap tonight. So I'm taking the wife out to this restaurant called Black Rock, which I think they're only here in Michigan. It's a privately owned upscale steakhouse. We've been there many times before. We haven't been there in a couple of years now. We had a bad experience at one of the locations. The reason they call it Black Rock is they bring out this fucking stone, which is like 700 degrees, and your raw steak, and you cook your steak at the table. Fucking great, dude. And then they got this bubbling like shrimp plat. Oh god, dude. They have some really good options beer wise, but we haven't been there in a couple of years since right after COVID. I want to say probably been 2 years now. Great place, great place. So yeah, as soon as the wife gets home, we're on our way. All I had to do is watch Hambino and see his feedback to know it's good. I got an email about the release and was surprised too. I have Arc Raiders as well. Played about 3 hours, couldn't get into it. Feels better to me. Yes, audio seems not as good now after Hot Patch for me. See, that's the weird thing is that was the whole thing was that was one of the big three things that we're fixing was the audio. And again, I played a little bit on Friday, and the audio sounded, I mean, just a hair better. Like there was less shit going on, and I think that's part of the problem. That's why that you can't hear footsteps or tanks that are right on top of you, is because they have so many other fucking audio things going on. There's just too much shit. We had the same problem with DMZ. I had to turn off the commander's voice because there was just too much shit going on, which kind of sucked because I didn't know, like, because there was important stuff that he would say, like, there's an operator in your area, or, someone's, landing in your area or whatever. But a lot of the time it was just stupid shit. And that was one of my biggest complaints was the commander. I wish there was a slider for just nonsense and the important shit. But once I turned that off, the game got so much better for me because then I can actually hear what the fuck was going on. And I think this game has a lot of that as well. Just because you have 64 audio channels doesn't mean you need to use all of them. It was only for the helicopter glitch they canceled. I don't know, Mega Bev in Zoo area. Oh, do you guys have a Black Rock out that way? Black Rock's really good, dude. Everything went to hell after COVID, customer service in general, but quality of food and all that shit. So we're fingers crossed because we haven't been in a couple of years and it was not a good experience. But I'm hoping, especially with everything that's going on this year, the economy, tariffs, all that shit. I'm hoping that it's a good experience. So fingers crossed. But as long as it has some good beer on tap, I think it'll be fine. That one in Portage, okay. Yeah, we go to the one in Davison, but there's one down in Heartland we go to as well, which is the nicer location, obviously. But I know that they have some downriver, and then over by Grand Rapids, so that makes sense. It was better after the main update earlier this year. You hear the tanks now, and it's a scary sound. Good, because at least we can hear them. We know they're coming, so we can at least try to hide a little bit, So I was kicking around this idea for RedSec. Just we'll take a quick minute here. There's a lot of people calling for the tanks to be pulled out of RedSec, which I agree with. I don't think they really have a place there. And then there's other people that are saying that this is the whole battlefield thing. They have their twist on it, whatever. So how about this? And I think this will change a lot, and this will fix a lot of things. If the tanks are going to come in, they need to have less health, but it should also be mandatory first-person view. Because those tanks, when they expand that view out like that, it's kind of like in Warzone where people get into vehicles to kind of exploit that selfie cam to see where people are around them. So I think that if the tanks were first person, I think that would cut down on a lot of the bullshit, and then you actually have a better chance at taking those things down. Because right now, if you're a team, you both have to be engineers to take them fuckers out. Which kind of cool because then it keeps people from being recon. But if you're in a squad, if you're playing squad RedSec, you have 2 engineers, you have 2 recon, and the game's over. But I don't know. Anyhow, that's just my take on it. They should change the tanks to first person. If they're not going to, they need to disable, yes, they need to disable all vehicles, including the tanks, when it gets to a certain, the certain diameter or whatever, radius. Because it's just too much. I mean, how many games, Louis, how many games have you and I personally been in? We haven't played a whole lot in the last couple of weeks. But how many games have we personally been in where tanks are fucking absolutely in the last circle? There's 3 fucking teams left and one's got a tank. That's just, no. Nuh-uh. That's too much, man. It seems like call out for airstrikes are 50-50. Do you not use your mini map? After I made the changes to the mini map, I can actually see things on there now, which is great because you can go 300 meters or whatever. I don't even listen for call outs anymore. I'm constantly glancing at my mini map and I see them on there. I notice much more footsteps in vehicles with the exception of the assault trucks. That need a larger audio radius. I can hear tanks fine, so much better. Trucks, I don't hear them. Disable tanks and vehicles near the end circle. Choppers should stay in, but without turrets, just made for transport around the map, and players can shoot down at other players. What I would like to see is, I would like those choppers to go away, and when they add the little birds, that's the rumor, is that little birds are going to be coming back in Season 2. I would love to see them replace with a couple of little birds without guns on them. That would be so much better because these current choppers that we have, way too bulky, way too big. It would be nice to be able to have something a little faster, a little smaller that you can kind of zip around. That'd be nice. So that would be something great. But again, these are all fantastic ideas that we're having, but they got to fix the game first. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So let's focus on getting it right. And then we can start making all these changes. But yeah. That's why, as a team, you need to carry anti-tank shit. I do. I'm always running engineer. That's all I run is engineer. But the chopper user that just got on its solo and swap seats to shoot from turrets and get easy kills. Bubba doesn't use minimap at all. I noticed that. I use it, but not as I should. I gotcha. Okay, first off, let me just tell you something. You need to blow that thing up. Your mini map should be on large, and you should have everything on 300, except for the aerial. Aerial, put it to 160. There's a bug with that right now. And then you're going to see a lot more. You'll have a lot. It'd be nice if we could move stuff around on the HUD, like move things where we want them. That'd be great. But for now, we just got to get used to it being down in the bottom left-hand corner. I noticed that. I use it, but not as I should. He's also on a 65-inch TV. Oh, that's right. He's on TV. I keep forgetting about that. I don't like the placement mini map. I don't either. I wish we could move it around and put it someplace that, I'm used to PUBG. I'm used to it being on the fucking bottom right-hand side. That's where I like to see it. But it's okay. I mean, I'm getting used to it now. Well, the repair tool only healed 20% by base damage, and you could sabotage the tank and immobilize the tank so anti-tank is possible while still giving the team that did the work to get the tank. Okay, got it. Paula, can I ask you a question? I hate to do it in front of everybody. I should just DM you. What kind of internet do you have? What kind of service do you have at your house? That's what I need to know. Okay. It's not working. God damn it. Apartment complex supply internet. Okay. Do you know what are your speeds? What are your up and down speeds? Advantage, I think they should balance the tanks more with a hard mission to get the tanks. Yeah, I agree. The missions are pretty easy in there. Pretty damn easy, if you ask me. There we go. Okay, this is working again. Yay. Boom. Boom. Okay. Do you have a computer? I was just curious. What do you know what you pay for? Like, what your speeds are supposed to be? I had an idea for you. I did something to try to help you out, but it sounds like it's kind of convoluted. If it's an apartment complex and you're paying for it there, it could be separated. It could be split so many times that you're not getting anywhere near what they say you are. But yeah, you just plug your laptop in, plug your computer into your modem or right into your router. Don't use Wi-Fi, and then just run a speed test like Ookla, OOKLA. I'm just curious. I have an idea for you, but I need to know your speeds first. That's all. That's all. So if you can't, it's no big deal. If you can't do it, not sure, but I can check on. Yes. Okay. I just curious what your speeds are, because again, I have an idea for you, but all right. I'm gonna go grab some more coffee and hit the restroom. It is, what time is it? 11:30. Okay. I'll be back in just a few minutes. right. I am back, and Bubba's saying download 282, upload just under 20. That's great. Okay. So here's my idea. Okay. When you stream, write this down. When you stream, change that bad boy to 1080p. 720 is fine, but if you have the bandwidth for it. So this is what I would do. I'd recommend changing it so it's 1080p, and then your upload to Twitch, change that to 8 megabytes. When you stream, because you're at like 2.5 megabytes at 720, which is I'm glad you're doing it that way. It's kind of pixelated and stuff. So if you want a better quality stream, that's what I recommend. Change it to 1080p, maybe at 30 frames. You don't really necessarily need 60. 1080p at 8 megabytes, and you'll be cooking, brother. Good to go. No wonder my shots don't reg when you host. His is plenty. No, that's fine. It doesn't really take that much. Your bandwidth speed doesn't really. I mean, unless you're on dial-up or DSL, which I don't even think those exist anymore, or satellite internet, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. Your latency is like the biggest issue. So if in Bubba's apartment complex, if that signal's bouncing around and he has high latency because it's going so many different places, then that's the reason. But I mean, realistically, you only need 5 megabytes up and down for online gaming, unless you're streaming textures. But when you're just sending the game information to the servers, it doesn't need much. It doesn't need much at all. So, good or bad, a manual overclock GPU for a slight power increase. I would undervolt. Don't overclock. Overclocking is so 2000s, man. Here, Smokey, look up undervolting. I've done it to my 4070. I did it to my wife's card. She's seen way bigger gains than I have. But I would undervolt it, because what will happen is you're going to send less power, which means it'll get less warm. So you can actually get more. All right. Let me try to explain this a little differently. Okay, so the GPUs, when they come off the line, okay, they're all set to run a minimum of a certain number. Okay, have you guys ever heard the term the silicon lottery? So maybe someone said, "Hey, I won the silicon lottery." You ever heard that term? What that means is that they got a chip that actually can overclock much higher than other ones. Okay, so what happens is when they build these GPUs, all of these the silicon, the actual chip itself, they're all doing a minimum of a certain number, but some can go higher, some go lower. So what they do is they set it up so that no matter what, the lowest bar, that's kind of like their bar, the lowest number is what they set everything up for. So there's a good chance that your GPU could actually do better numbers with less power, but because they have to base it off a straight line and not individual GPUs, because they just don't have the time to go through and fine tune every GPU before it hits the market. They just do the same on every single one. So you may have a GPU that could do numbers way higher, or you might have one that's right at the limit. You don't really know until you get in there and you start tinkering with it. But I wouldn't overclock. I would undervolt, so all the numbers stay the same, but you're sending less power, less heat. See where I'm going with this? I also do the same thing for my CPU, because I run the 5800X 3D. They're notoriously hot because that 3D cache that they have on the chip. You can undervolt those, which I have, and I see huge gains not only on the chip, but on lowering the temperature. And that right there, doing that is what got me all the big gains in gray zone, and it just runs so much better now. So good question, but you're looking in the wrong direction. Not overclocking, undervolting. Do some research there. Now Smokey's starting to become a power user. I like to see this. Hell yeah, bro. Good question. I love this shit, man. How do I change that so a 1080 can be done on PS5? Yeah. Okay. When you have your PS5 is connected to your TV, right? what resolution do you have it set up for? Yeah, that was a long, yeah. But I like teaching as well. I'm kind of a teacher as well. So when people ask me questions about shit I know about, I'm like, ooh, yay, let's go. I got all the answers for you. And then I gotta figure out how I can. I don't want to use the term layman's terms, but if you don't really know what I'm talking about, I got to figure out a way to give you an analogy that'll make more sense. That one was kind of tough. Don't know. You don't know what resolution you're running your PlayStation to your TV? Okay, go in your PlayStation settings. All right, let's try this. All right, first off, what kind of TV do you have? Is it a full HD? Is it 4K? What resolution is your TV? BIOS update still having an issue? I gave up. No. Hit me up on DMs, brother. Let me know what your problems are or whatever, and I'll help you. I'll walk you through it. Apparently, Metal Josh, he figured his out. So yes, Uncle Bubba, I mean, you have the Twitch app on your console, I do believe. That's how you're streaming it. I'm pretty sure it only goes up to 1080. Like if you're on PC and you're using like OBS, you can send 1440. You could send 4K if you wanted to Twitch, but it's gonna look like ass because you got to go off of the maximum upload speed, which is 8 megabytes. So yeah, but yeah, in your case, 1080. He's playing Red Sack at 60 frame. Yeah, but what resolution? That's the frame rate. What resolution? LG. BIOS updates still having an issue. I gave up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because that means that he probably, if he doesn't know his resolution, he doesn't know how it's set up. He's probably not even. He's playing at 60, so he doesn't even have it set up to do 120. Oh, bro. Bubba, what are you doing, man? Reckless, I got nothing else to do. I have nothing else to do. I'm biding my time until I have to go outside and do some work. Set not at 1280, 720. No. Okay. No. What resolution are okay? Go in. Are you in front of your TV right now? This is great. Okay, so what you need to do is go into your PlayStation settings. Go into your TV settings or your video settings. I need to know what your signal is, what you're sending to the TV. That's the first. Let's get your PlayStation fine tuned, and then we'll worry about the stream. Right now, I feel like you got a lot of money left on the table. And by that, I mean that you got there's some settings we need to change to give you a better experience. Am I all right? I'm doing fantastic today. It's a great day. I was sweating, but now I'm doing better. I must have just my fat body just got used to this hoodie on. I'm kidding. I actually lost a lot of weight. That's why I even have this, is because all of my other clothes that I was wearing, I just I'll tell you a story behind this. My wife gets me to go to Walmart once a year. Okay, I hate Walmart. With every fiber of my being, I hate Walmart, okay? My wife talks me into going to Walmart once a year, and that's for Christmas shopping. We're in Walmart, looking around. I see this, and it was a bunch of like licensed hoodies in a bin. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like this one, established in 1977. This is what it, there you go. I like this. I think it's old school Star Wars. I love this thing, right? And the wife goes, oh, it's on sale for $10. I'm like, $10? Put it in the cart. It's got to be a problem. I mean, there's something wrong. It's mistag, whatever. We get up there. We're going through the self-checkout. $10? I'm like, hey, we're taking this fucker home. And it's pretty comfortable, pretty warm. But I don't know if I should go the. So I got me a new hoodie that fits pretty good. It's actually pretty comfortable, pretty warm for $10 at Walmart. No, you'll never get me to go back to Walmart again until next Christmas. Anyhow, that's my, oh man. But you know, Walmart is, I don't even know if I should say this. We're never gonna get kind of political. So I'm gonna stay away from it. Like teaching grandpa how to use his cell phone. Pretty much. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of where we're at right now. Just got my mom a Christmas present. What'd you get her, Danny? Console optimizing by BD. Hell yeah, man. There's so many options. See, years ago, you just plugged your console in and you didn't give a shit, right? It worked, right? But then the Xbox came around and PlayStation 2 came around, and then you can start changing widescreen, you know, for widescreen TVs that started popping up, you know, around that time frame. Change your resolution. You can change a lot of different things. Because then it wasn't just, what was it, 480i, which, you know, it was the original 4x3. Everything was 480i. But then they started to come out with, you know, 720, 720i, 720p, 1080i. So now we have all these different options. And then you add 4K into the mix. So now we have a shit ton of different resolutions. So when you plug your console into your TV, I think it by default goes to 1080p. How awesome will it be to find out that Bubba's playing his PlayStation on his 4K TV at 1080p and has no idea that he has way more horsepower that he's not utilizing? This is what I live for, guys. This is what I live for. Can I jump in Discord with you? No? I'm not in Discord. Have my wardrobe is Walmart. There you go. In Discord chat. I got her a hippo teddy bear that's designed as a sleep cushion. They was buy one, get one half price. It was tempting. I mean, yeah. Tired of that? Okay, fine. All right, fine. All right, let me tell one other story before he completely just derails the stream here, okay? Does anybody remember back when I used to play DMZ? The golden days of the streaming over here at this channel. I had a couple sponsored streams. One was Java Coffee. It was just like this little coffee concentrate that you put in milk or water, and whatever. I did a stream for them. I had the stream for like an hour or whatever, and they gave me a bunch of their shit, whatever. They also did another one called Udi. It's a blanket hoodie. You guys remember this thing? And I did it in fucking June. Stupid as fuck. This thing is warm as shit, and I was wearing it in the summertime. I was sweating my balls off. Yeah. So I ended up giving it to my wife. I gave it to her when I was done with this thing. It was like $100 that they gave me to do a sponsored stream for them. My wife lives in this thing in the wintertime. She loves this thing, man. She comes home, she goes upstairs, she changes out of her work clothes, she puts on her comfortable stuff, and on goes the Udi, man. She loves this fucking thing. So you got me thinking about this, Danny Bot. I got her a hippo teddy bear. I'm just thinking, okay, that's actually, you know, it's kind of a big warm thing. For any of you out there, and I'm not sponsored to say this, look into a thing called Udi, OODIE. Just take a look. I'm sure they're much cheaper than they were now. Though, if you're looking for something for your significant other and you live in a fucking frozen tundra like I do here in Michigan, your significant other will absolutely adore you if you do this. And they had a whole bunch of cool ones. They had like Harry Potter. They had some Star Wars one, I do believe. And again, this was 2 years ago, so I'm sure they have some newer stuff. But just an idea. If you're looking for a last minute Christmas gift for somebody, for a woman in your life, that's what you need. Lol, what a coincidence that you got something that's a hippo too. Well, it's actually black and white, and I tell her she looks like, when she's wearing it, she looks like Kung Fu Panda. Because it's so fluffy, and it makes her look like she's like exploding. It's hilarious. Does anybody, Mark for Life will remember this, get this reference. You remember when Costanza got that big puffy coat? He said it was like made out of Goyette or something like that. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of when she wears this thing. It reminds me of Costanza and his big puffy coat. All right, let's get Bubba in here. Hello, caller.
Well, hello, Beatdown. How are you? I'm sorry, chat. I'm so sorry.
Not as sorry as they are. Where are we at, brother? Where are we?
Okay, I am in screen and video right now. and I'm looking at it. Do I need to go through? I'm on my PlayStation. Do I need to go to my TV?
No. Is your
Okay.
TV 4K?
I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
I think it's an LG. What is it? It's an LG. I bought it I bought it when we got during the pandemic when we got the checks. I bought this TV. So that's how
Oh,
old it is.
use the COVID money, did you?
Yes, I did. That was my treat to myself.
Okay.
I know I can. It says current video output signal, and it gives me the resolution, which is 3840 by 2160, and then dash 60 hertz.
Okay.
Is what it's telling me it's putting out.
That's 4K. You're good.
Okay, didn't
Now-
know that.
Now, do you have an option in there that change it from 60 to 120 the frames? I'm not familiar with PlayStation.
Resolution. It's set at It says resolution and frequency. I'm reading
Okay.
to you what I have. There's resolution right now. It's set on automatic.
Yep.
Let me see what the options are. Okay. I do have options. I didn't know that. It's set on automatic right now. Resolution is. There's 1080i, 1080p, 1440p, 2160p. I don't know what any of that shit means.
Okay. So this is what I was talking about, is that there's a lot of different resolutions now because we've come a long ways in the last 25 years. You're on 4K, so your TV does 4K. The question is, does your TV do 4K at 120?
It says the apply unsupported games. There's the VRR. I don't know what that does. It says 120 hertz output automatic right now.
Okay.
It does put out 120. I know I made sure of that. I remember when I bought it. That's the one thing I was.
Okay.
It's set on automatic right now.
So does anybody? I'm going through a Reddit page right now. Does anybody here, PS5 people? Does anybody know how to change it so that he can do 120 at 4K? Does anybody know? Anybody? Now on Xbox is a lot easier because there's two different options. Like, you have your resolution and then you have your frames or your hertz. So you can change that. So my Xbox Series X on my TV is pushing 4K at 120 hertz. Not that every game does that, but in certain cases like Battlefield and Call of Duty and Fortnite, and there's a couple other ones, they will push over 60, and you definitely want that. Definitely want that. So he should go 1080p at 120. No, he's good. He's good where he's at. My TV does 4K and 1440p. Well, that's nice. I've never seen a TV that did 1440. That's new to me. 120 is PS output, but not what the TV is handling. Usually, so like in the Xbox, it'll let you know. There's a window you can go to, and it'll tell you like what your TV's capable of, so you can make all the changes. Now, PlayStation, I'm not really familiar with, so I have no idea.
Well, there is something here called video transfer rate. That is set at automatic. It says it adjusts the transfer rate of 4K video output.
Mm-hmm.
If I got screen flickering or something, it says I can set it lower, like at -1 or 2. I don't understand what screen flickering is. I don't know if I've had it the whole time or not. I don't know what that means.
That might be part of what they consider VRR, but I don't know. I'd have to look at it but I can't. So it looks like so when you go into resolution and you click on that, does it give you an option instead of automatic? Does it give you an option of the resolution you're at now, but it says like 120? Is there the 2160p at 120?
Well, all right, because when I click on resolution, it gives me 720p. There's a 1080i and then 1080p.
Yep.
And then it goes to 1440p.
Okay.
All the way up to 2160p.
That 1440p is 2K. That's what they technically consider it. That's what I play at, 1440p. Now your TV does 4K, and your console will push 4K to it. The question is do you have the option to do 21? 2160p, which is 4K at 120
Yes.
hertz.
It said, all right, so you want me to set it at 2160 right now? I can always go back and switch this, right?
Yeah,
But
what
I'm
is it?
gonna set it.
Right now it's
The
automatic,
output,
right?
yes, it says the only option I have is turning off the 120 hertz or have it on automatic. So it's on automatic right
Gotcha.
now. It's been on.
Try to manually change that to 2160p at 120 and see what happens. If your screen goes black,
I did. No. I just changed it. I changed the 20. It's on 2160 and nothing. It's fine.
Okay. So now it says 2160, and then there's a little dash, and then like 120 HZ.
It just says 2160. And oh wait, what's this? In the screen test will be run. I can test it. It's at 1440p out. Your HDMI test with the HDM device. You'll test for the following settings in order.
Okay, so
I'm gonna run a test. I think I need to do that.
Yeah, run a test. Might as well.
Okay, I'm running it right now. It went black, but I think it's testing.
So basically,
yes, it is. It's testing. I got 10 seconds right now.
So
to get the output.
120 hertz is not typical, especially at 4K, especially on a console. But you still want to have it enabled just in case any games that you do have will push over that.
Display.
You don't want to limit yourself.
40p on your... Okay, it says, here's what it told me. It says it couldn't display 1440p on your HDM device. I don't understand.
That's fine. Mine says 2160 and 120 hertz is a different tab. What tab is that? That's what we're looking for. Mark for Life's going to try to walk us through this right now.
What do you mean? Where am I at? On the PlayStation?
No, Mark for Life says that his says 2160p and then 120 hertz is a different tab. So I'm asking Mark for Life, what tab is it that we need to get into? Because you want to keep yours at 4K, but you want to set it so it's 120. And then okay, while we're waiting on that, can you go into your Twitch settings?
I will. That was the next thing. I got to figure out how to do that.
Now, when you go to stream, just do what you usually do to go stream, but instead of like clicking stream now, there should be an option for like screen or compatibility or something like that.
I'm gonna have to. Let me pull my stream up. I'll just start it. All right. Can't. I gotta play a game. Shit. Let's see. Maybe I'll pull my stream. What I'll do is I'll just go to the Twitch. See.
Okay, so on your console, you're looking for Twitch stuff now, right?
I am, but what do you what's going on for the console?
He's under resolution and frequency, and under resolution he's got it set to 2160p, and then underneath that it says 120 hertz output automatic.
Yeah.
Okay. So then just leave it the way it is. You're fine. So when the game does go over 60, it'll automatically send your TV the 120 if your TV supports it, but we don't know that. Okay, so he's fine. You're okay. You're good. You're good. So PlayStation doesn't have an on or off. It's either automatic or off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's you're fine there. You're good. Now the next thing is we got to find your Twitch settings so we can change that for your next stream.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna see if this helps. I'm gonna load up a game. Come on. There we go. Let's try it. All right. Maybe I can do it in here. So do I go to Stream Manager, BD?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking. I just went into it because I fired it up.
Okay. And it says select the 3 dots next to go live. That must be your options. Okay.
Yep. I see it.
Okay.
So, my source is at 7. It was at auto. And it says I can only do 720p from broadcast.
Okay. Does it have like a broadcast bandwidth
On my
in those options? What options do you have in there?
Okay. All it's showing is auto and 720p source.
That's it?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Because your source should be
I know.
4K.
I know. That's what I'm not understanding.
Weird. Oh,
Oh shit.
I guess PlayStation doesn't. I guess PlayStation doesn't give you the option. That's too bad, man.
Here, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can get something else. Let's see if I might be in the wrong area. No, 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 no.
Yeah, it says video quality, set the resolution and frame rate for broadcasting your gameplay. Available resolution may vary by service. Yeah, see, it doesn't give you the option. So, like on Xbox, you can pick your resolution and the bandwidth that you're utilizing to send it up. Is there an auto? Is there like a is there an option for it to like auto find the correct settings for you?
And you talking on
Twitch.
What? Yeah, my Twitch?
Yeah.
No, it says broadcast. All right, I'm looking at broadcast video and audio options. I had it on auto. I'm putting it back on auto. It says auto, and then below that is 720p source, which I can't believe it. I only have those two available.
Yeah, something's not right because basically what it's saying is that your console is sending a 720p signal to your TV, and it's only going to duplicate that. That's weird. Very strange.
I wonder if it's something. No, my TV. I know I set my TV up for. I did do that. That's weird. Now I'm kind of pissed.
I'm looking at it right now. Man.
That's just awful.
A lot of wrong information on Reddit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's an issue with PlayStation.
Yeah, it could be.
So there's no way to change. So you only have one option, and that's just to change the resolution. There's nothing for like bandwidth or for speed or anything like that. Okay.
Not that nope. I was there and it didn't show me crap. So maybe I got to get on my get on my laptop, which I don't know the password to get on it.
Mark for Life, he's looking at he's looking at the Twitch app on his PS5. We're trying to change it because right now it's limiting him to 720p at 30. And we're trying to get that bumped up to 1080, at least 30. But it doesn't say it's way different than the app that's on the Xbox where we have way more control over it, it sounds like. So I don't know. And it looks like you guys can't get into it unless you're. Yeah, it's weird.
Well,
you have to start a game to get into it. Yeah, it's weird.
HDR high dynamic range. I'm looking at on the PlayStation end right now. It says the manual recording's at 1920 by 1080. Wonder if I can change that. I can change that to 3840 to 2160.
Well, that's probably for like when you're recording game clips.
Oh. Well, okay.
what you're looking for is you want to be able to change your stream when you're streaming from Twitch. You want to stream. My guess is that the PlayStation can't handle doing 4K to a TV and then creating another stream at 1080. It's probably limiting it because you're already pushing 4K to the TV. You can't push 4K to Twitch. I mean, not from a console anyhow. That's probably what it is.
Okay, I'll just get off then.
So I wouldn't worry about it. It's just it is what it is. It just sucks that you can't bump up the bandwidth at all. You have plenty of room.
I know. I wish I could do that. It would be nice so it'd come in clearer.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I need a PC. Jay.
There you go.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first. Bubba admits he needs a PC.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he's on the.
All right.
Mark for Life, you have to start a game, and then you have to go into the Twitch settings before you start streaming, and then there's an option in there, and that's the last option before you go live is where you can change all those settings. Joseph Tokyo, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you so much. Beatdown's wife, nice hoodie. I just told him the story about how you get me to go to Walmart once a year, and I found this lovely hoodie for 10 bones.
I love that hoodie, by the way, Star Wars.
So you're let's see. So you're a 75 baby. You were 2 when Star Wars came out.
I watched it when I was like 8. We got one of those. Wasn't on VH. I don't know if
the HBO
was up. It was. Remember those? All right, Beatty. You might be old enough to remember. It was like we'd rent these units, and then you'd rent a movie, but it came on like it was a thin, flat. It was probably about a foot wide. You slid it in, and it would play movies that were recorded on it.
Laserdisc?
Was it Laserdisc?
It was like a CD, but it was the size of a fucking record.
No, yeah, but it was in a plastic case. I that's what I remember.
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Laserdisc. They look just like records, but they were the size of records, but they looked like CDs. And then the movie,
but it wasn't.
It was in a case,
shiny like a CD. It was in a case. That's what I'm saying. And I remember those, and then VHS came out because that's how we'd go rent this unit and then get movies and then put them in, and it would play it.
Was it Betamax?
Weird.
Betamax was kind of like VHS, but the tapes were a little smaller, a little weirder looking, but they had superior quality.
It might have been. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
VHS won out because of the porn industry.
And plus VHS was cheaper than the Beta.
Yes.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, Betamax was the shit, dude. But anyhow, do I play Nintendo video games? I do not. I'm sorry. I have a system update before I can start a game. Of course. Okay, that's too bad. Well, Bubba, I think you might just be you're just screwed by the PlayStation gods, man.
That is true. I appreciate you taking the time. Sorry, chat, once again.
No worries. We know that your console is sending the right resolution and everything to your TV now, so that that's always been good. Automatically puts you to 4K, so that's good. But man, if they could figure out how to give you some more control over the Twitch thing, that's what you need.
That's what I need. All right. Well, I'll go back to watching and listening them and
typing. Later, brother.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next caller, please. We are on Beatdown's technical line here. Anybody else need any help with anything in particular? He needs more frames. The only thing I can do to get him more frames, Louis, is to continuously tell him get a fucking PC. You can plug his PlayStation controller into a PC and he can rock it out that way. But I don't know. I would like to be able to. His TV just may not accept 120 hertz. I mean, it's plausible. But I don't know. Yeah, screw 4K, turn off HDR. Yeah. Again, I didn't want to. I don't want to change things. I wanted to make them better. But like telling him to go down to 1440p at 120, he's going to notice a difference there. And I don't, I didn't want to mess that up for him. So I don't want to screw anything up. But for a minute there, I was like, we're going to find out he's been pushing 1080p to this 4K TV the whole time. He could be plugged into the wrong HDMI port on the TV. He could be. Could be. I don't know. Again, I don't really know. I mean, the TVs are so different than they used to be. My TV is like 4 years old now, and the wife's already telling me it's time to get a new one. But we got a pretty high end TV at the time. There's only one of they all do game mode, but only one of them has the eARC. If anybody guys know what eARC is, that's the newest way of doing audio for surround sounds and stuff like that. So this one has it's in the correct port. So what he's referring to, Uncle Bubba, is a lot of TVs used to have a game mode port. So one of the HDMI, you usually have 4 ports. One of them, usually the first one or the fourth one, normally it's the first one, is set up for consoles, basically, for higher refresh rates, where the other ones did just the standard. So if you have it in the wrong port, and your TV does 120, but you have it plugged into one of the other ones, it may only limit it to 60. Which again is the Xbox has this great program that when you click on it, it tells you all the information. Like the HDMI goes back and forth between your console and your TV, and your TV tells the console what it can accept, which is awesome. So then you have this list. Matter of fact, you know what? Give me just a minute. Give me just a minute. Give me just, yeah. Okay, so, optimization gaming setup support call 1-800-BEATDOWN. That's right. It's your HDMI Core 2.0. eARC is only on one port, but some of the HDMI are 2.0 and some are 2.1 if that's 2.1 is available. Yes. Um, 20 should have 2.0. Okay, I'm logged in. What do you need to see? Mine says 1920 by 1080. Those are your Twitch settings. So here's the question. Mark, are you sending? Yes. Okay, cool. So here's the question. Is your TV 4K? And is your console sending a 4K signal to your TV? I think we figured it out. This will confirm this. Okay. So, no. Now I don't know what it is. So, for Bubba, Mark for Life has a 4K TV. His console is sending a 4K signal to the TV, and when he goes into the Twitch thing, it automatically sets him up for 1080p at 60. So, I don't know. Maybe it's detecting your internet speed is not good enough to send a better signal, or I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why that is, but that's the question. We got to figure out why is his PlayStation telling him he can only do 720p stream? That's the question. So I just want to show you. I have an LG OLED. It was top of the line when I bought 4 years ago. How much did you spend on it, Bubba? That'll tell us right there. I mean, not to call you out, but like the TV I bought was like, I want to say it was $1,800. If you got a cheaper one at Walmart, you just said 4K or whatever, then it might not have the ability to do what we're talking about. I guess, you know what, it'd be better if you can get us the model number, Bubba. If you can get us the model number of your TV, Okay, it might have it then. That's on the higher end. So yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, absolutely. Model number of the TV will give us. Yes, we need the model number. If we can get the model number, then we can tell you exactly what your TV can and cannot do. Now here's not OLED. No. He saw LG. That's why I'm asking. He saw LG and he's like, oh, that's the TV I got. It's an LG TV, but there's so many different makes. There's so many different models that LG makes. So, Bubba, if you could find us your model number, then we can tell you exactly what you can and cannot expect from your PlayStation. See, this is working out pretty well already. I'm going to do something here real quick. Let's do this. Gaming main. Okay, so and within the PC app here, the Xbox PC app that's on my computer, I'm going to click on the consoles up here. I'm going to click on the BEATDOWN. Why can't it connect? Oh, I know why it's offline. Dude, it's an OLED for $900? Jesus, okay. My Hertz is bottlenecked at 120 for my Xbox. Yeah, your Xbox will only be able to do 120, but and again, it's only gonna you'll never go above 60 most of the time. There's only certain games that'll go above 60, but it's good to have it turned on so that in the case that you do play a game that does go over 60, you have that breathing room, so it doesn't just limit it to 60. You can go above and beyond that. Again, Call of Duty. I don't know about Fortnite, but Call of Duty does. Apex Legends does. A lot of the competitive shooters do that. So. Okay, I'm gonna fix this thing real quick and grab some more coffee. I'll be right back. But we're getting into something that I like to do. I like to show you guys some tutorials and shit like that. So I'll be right back. I am back. Go on TV settings, then all the settings. OLED 55CX PUA. Support settings under ABD just came online. Oh, my Xbox, yeah. So I get no notification. Yeah, my TV is set to automatically adjust the res and refresh to the input. So whenever I boot up a game, the screen turns off back on a different setting, the maximum of the signal. I got you. Xbox just pinged when he connected his. I don't think it shows when he turns on the PC though, so usually I know when he's playing Hitman. Mark, check BD Discord, general photos of model number. So for example, I turn on my Xbox, it sets one calibration, but if I boot up Fallout New Vegas, it's locked at 60 automatically, and is the boot Battlefield 6 change 120. I got you. Based on what the game is capable of doing. So let's try this again. So what we do is we come up here. I don't know if any of you guys have the same situation here. If you guys have a gaming PC and you guys have an Xbox on the same network, you can do this. You come up to this little option here. It says consoles, and it says BEATDOWN. That's what that's what I named my console, my Series X. I click on this here, and then we're going to stream. Basically, we're going to stream from the console to the PC. So right now we're logging into the console. There we go. It's ugly as sin. It's not very good. It doesn't work. This doesn't work very well. The signal is very blurry. It's not the best. There's input latency and all that other stuff. So I wouldn't recommend it unless you're like me and you want to play games like Hitman, where a little bit of latency doesn't make a difference, and you know. Anywho, excuse me. We click on settings. We go into TV display options, and then we go over here to 4K TV details. This thing right here, this is awesome. Now, I don't know why PlayStation doesn't have something like this, but this tells me what my TV will do. So, doesn't support 4K 10-bit at 24 hertz. However, apps can use 4K. That's for watching TVs and movie. So my TV supports 4K at 120. And that's what I have it set up for right now. So that's what this is telling me now. PlayStation should have something similar to this, where your TV will basically tell your console, this is what I can do. So I think that's pretty close there. Your TV doesn't support Dolby Vision for gaming yet. Didn't care about that when I bought the TV. Still don't. I'm trying to use a mouse and I need to use my controller. It does though, because I have this turned off. So everything is turned on. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. Bubba, you should have something similar to this where you have the resolution. So then you can check what resolution you want. And then it should have a refresh rate option. So you can check that as well. So it's weird. That's how I used to stream without a capture card. Oh, I got you. 65 Nano, 85 Uno is not OLED, but I will game on the console direct. I knew by the price it wasn't OLED. I don't have refresh rate like yours. Okay. Just on or off. Okay, that's what it sounds like. Again, PlayStation is completely different. It sounds like. So it probably just does it automatically then. It probably just automatically sends whatever signal it needs to. So. But yeah, it's very blurry. It's very blurry. I don't know why. I don't know if it has something to do with that. Again, it's streaming. It's sending 4K signal to my TV, and then it has to create another video of a smaller picture to send it someplace else. That might have something to do with it. Let's just see here. I got this. Let's do this. Where is the right here? All right, so here we go into capture and share, and then we go live streaming. So all this is, oh, what the fuck is this? We used to be able to just go into this and it would pull up our options and then we can just set it. But now, and now it doesn't do that. Oh. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm streaming currently from the console to here. That's okay. So it can't set up another live stream. That's too bad. All right, so I can't show you that, unfortunately. But what I can do, yeah. So there you go. That's nice. Yeah. Remote play is done. Nice little feature to have, though. I like it. All right, so he's saying 65 nano, 85 Una. Okay. It's an IPS panel. What will it do? I'm in ratings right now. 4K LED TV with the nano cell lineup. Doesn't really tell me. There we go. Display. Okay, so refresh rate will do up to 120. He is correct there. So according to this, yes, it will do 120 hertz. There you go. Came out in 2020. It will do 10-bit color, probably because there's HDR built into it. So very nice. Very nice. Okay. It does do Dolby Vision. What? Incredible. HDR10, Dolby Vision IQ. Okay. So he's fine. So his TV, it's not OLED, but it will do 120. So he's good. But there's no way of turning it on. We found that out. So it just is on automatic. So whenever he boots up a game that will do up to 120, it should automatically adjust. PS5 needs to be plugged into either port 3 or 4. There's only 2.1 ports. I gotcha. Interesting. Okay. All right. Anybody else have any other problems we can help? I can help you with? Smokey, I'm going to get with you in a little bit. We're going to try to figure out this. I have a feeling I know what it is, and it's probably the renaming. We'll get everyone dialed in here while we're doing the stream. I don't think this game is live yet, so we might have to save it for tomorrow. I'm gonna try to boot it up real quick here. So you're good, Bubbers. I think you're okay for now. There it is. There. Love it. What are you guys doing here now? Oh, I love that picture that Mark for Life put up of me and holding a slurp bottle in Fortnite land. I do have to say, dude, the boots though, I need those boots. I gotta have those. I gots to have them, man. All right, Bubba, we got you figured out. So the only thing going forward, I'm wondering if it has something maybe the PlayStation does something automatic to automatically find out what your best streaming upload would be. I'm the only thing I could think of is that it's detecting that your upload speed isn't as good as what your speed test runs, and it's limiting you. And that's probably what it is. If it detected that you could go above 2.5 megabytes, it'd probably automatically lock you into the 1080p. So I don't know. It says click on the file, rename it, renames it. It never works. I gotcha. Later on, when I get a PC, I'll need extensive help. That's what I'm here for. It all started with Metal Josh when he was gifted a PC and he knew nothing. He knew nothing. Me and another guy helped him for so long to get him going on that thing. And yeah, he was a believer after all said and done. He's still learning. He's still learning the ropes. Smokey's come a long way. Smokey was a non-PC guy when he first started, and he got the bug, man. He got the PC bug. He went out, he figured it out, he got it all done, and he's been on this wild roller coaster of a ride ever since then. Ever since then. So good on him. So for any of you guys that are willing to take the next step and go into PC gaming, which is the next step, I applaud you. And I'll be here for the ride with you. Okay, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm here to help. I know my internet's okay, not great. Yeah, again, when you live in an apartment building in a complex like that, it depends on how they ran it. And you're on cable, I believe, right? So that means that the cable runs into the complex, one cable, okay? And then it gets split a billion times to go to all the apartments. So you're probably, before you even get to the street, you're probably hitting 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different splitters. So that's a long way for it to travel. Built 3 so far. Wife and kid are now on PC. That's basically how my household is, man. I gave my wife my old PC because we were sharing a PC for a while, and then I built these, for streaming. I gave her my old PC. She absolutely loves it, and no one else can touch it. And then the other kids started getting a little jealous. So one built his own, one bought a pre-built upstairs, and then our daughter, I built her a PC because she wanted to play Roblox with her friends, and at the time it wasn't on console. And I gave her my old Xbox One X. I rebuilt it, put an SSD in there, and yeah, it runs way better now. She never uses it. It just sits there, never gets used. But everybody in the house is officially converted over. We're all PC snobs now. I wouldn't have it any other way. Any other way, man. My old apartment I lived in had awesome internet. Yeah, wait until you get fiber in your area, dude. Fiber is just awesome. I'm having problems right now with my Xbox. Not that I even use the damn thing, but there's pros and cons. Obviously, fiber is going to be your better speeds, but it doesn't have IPv6, so it causes issues there. It's on the older IPv4. I don't know. There's pros and cons, but again, I wouldn't trade it the way it is right now. If you have fiber on a console, you might have problems, but fiber on a PC, no issues. I only have problems with the console here, but not that it even makes a fucking difference. When I play, the only game I play on my Xbox anymore is Hitman, and that, unfortunately, that's a live service game, so I have to have an internet connection, otherwise you can't play the game at all. It has to have a constant internet connection. And with the problems I've been having lately, it constantly drops the server, brings the server back up, and yeah, it's just kind of a problem. So I've been working on it the last day and a half, trying to figure out exactly where to go with this. I've looked into my modem, my router, everything. It's just that console is the only thing I'm having a problem. When I built my barn house, I should have fiber. There you go. If you guys have it in your area, I highly recommend it. I have fiber, and it's cheaper than what I was paying Comcast, or not Comcast, Charter, and it's way better. Speeds are better. Consistency. You guys probably know that this used to be a thing, not so much anymore. But like at night, your internet speeds would slow down because everybody in your area was online. During the day, it was fine, but that's because cable internet is it can only handle so much. So when everybody in the area is on at the same time, your bandwidth goes from a gig down to like 500 if you're lucky. But with fiber, you don't have that issue. My Series S is my TV box now. The PS5 has been broke for a few months, and the Series X gets rarely used rarely. Yes. Yeah, I wish I could jailbreak a PS or the Series S. That it's so small and compact to be perfect for like a little emulation machine, or for like an Android TV. I wish somebody would be able to fucking jailbreak that thing. I wouldn't use it to play games, but I mean it's got enough horsepower to be something incredible attached to your TV. No fiber here. I have 1.4 gig download with Xfinity, but it's only like 35 upload. Yeah, that's the problem that I had, man. When I was really trying to stream, and I was multi-streaming to different areas and this and that, I had to be careful with what I did, especially like YouTube, because I had a 20, when it was 40, it was at 1 gig down, 40 up, and that 40 it varied between 35 and 40. So I had to be very careful with what I did. Because they say that you only want to use a maximum of half of your upload speed. So that means I had 20 to deal with. And I'm trying to send a signal to YouTube. I'm trying to send a signal to Twitch. At the time, I was sending to Kick as well. So I had 8 megabytes going to Twitch, which is the max, 8 going to Kick. So there's 16 right there. And then I had nothing left to go to YouTube. So now with the fiber, I can send 30 megabytes to YouTube at 1440p. The maximum 8 megabytes or 8,000 to Twitch, and I have room for Rumble and Kick and TikTok if I wanted to, Facebook, whatever. So yeah, now I have all the room. So I always tell people that fiber is really good for anybody, but it's really good for content creators and streamers because we have almost unlimited upload bandwidth, which is fucking fantastic. Ink, good afternoon. How you doing, man? I had to look at the time. OnlyFans. Heyo, that's right. Can I stream to OnlyFans? Got do nude streams on, on OnlyFans? Oh, that'd be great. There he is. Yeah, they're having. Okay, so the game that I was going to play today is having server issues. I just expected it to have server issues. I don't want to say what it is because I want it to be a surprise. So we're probably going to have to play this tomorrow. I've been sitting in a queue for 20 minutes now. So there you go. Mark for live with a gifted sub to Uncle Bubbers. Bubba, you don't subscribe to me, bro? My feelings is hurt. My feelings is hurt, man. More than knows, and he'll jack the sub cost. If you're talking about YouTube, no, I might add more levels if we really get cooking again, like we did in the DMZ days. But as of right now, I'm trying to keep everything as low as possible. I'm not getting rich doing this. I just enjoy it. It'd be nice if we hit it again, which I'm hoping we do. We just got to find the right game. Right now, it's a hunt for the right game. I thought Red Sec was it. Red Sec was not it. So now we looked at other games. Well, I mean, all in all, I think it was a pretty productive day. We had a pretty good conversation. We helped Bubba get right back to where he was. I don't think we changed anything for Bubba. We just verify that he's playing at his absolute best. So that's good. I wish that we could figure out, and I think that as of right now, I think that's the theory. is that the PlayStation is limiting his upload based on what the speed test that it did or something. Not sure. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice if we could tune into Bubba at night and he's got this glorious 10p stream going on. I'm so hopeful on RedSec. I learned something. What'd you learn? You want to share with the rest of the class? I didn't really learn anything really. It was more conveyed. Is that the word I'm looking for? That AAA studios have no problem releasing broken games to meet a deadline. Which I probably shouldn't get into that either. That's a tough one. I choose my conversations carefully to not get too political and to not ruffle feathers. And whenever I make a certain statement, I get a lot of eye rolling and I get a lot of irritation. So I think I'm going to stay away from that. Think it set up right for me, but I need to improve it. There you go. There's not really much more you can do with your PlayStation. Just so you know, I mean, that once you plug it in, you get resolution, you get everything dialed in. That's pretty much it. There's really nothing else you can do. There might be settings on your TV if you have game mode. I don't know if that kicks in automatically. You might have to change that, which decreases input latency, but it might create artifacts. It might create some screen tearing, things like that. So it's kind of a matter of, do you want precision over graphics, or do you want the better looking graphics, smoother picture with more input latency, which creates other problems. So upgraded PC needed. Yes, I got game mode on. Okay, then you should be fine. There's nothing really out. There's nothing else for you to change, Bubba. That's it. The only thing else at this point is just to figure out why it's limiting you to 720p on your streams. But other than that, you're good to go, man. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Awesome. Okay. So the plan is tomorrow, as long as this game is, hopefully they get it straightened out. We will be jumping into this, I think, first thing tomorrow. And I'll leave it as a surprise. Some of you might figure it out, but we'll leave this as a surprise for tomorrow. And again, fingers crossed, it's working right. But I think I'm going to call it a day. I got to get outside. It's 41 degrees. Yeah. I'm going to get outside, try to enjoy a little bit of this weather before we get back down to sub-zero temperatures. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Thank you for being a part of the beatdown. What do you want to call this? The self-help. Beatdown helps with things. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm getting another phone call, and who the fuck is that? Okay. All right. I shall see you guys all in the morning. Thanks for a great day. Peace out.